Hey everyone, welcome back to Works Garage. If you're looking to upgrade your wheel studs and want to go with 3-inch wheel studs on the rear of your GR86 BRZ, you're in the right place. I will walk you through how to get 3-inch wheel studs installed in a simpler fashion without having to remove the axles and or hub. You may be wanting to upgrade for a couple reasons. You may be wanting stronger wheel studs so you can track your car, because as you know, the factory wheel studs are brittle. You may be wanting to add some spacers and not have to get the spacers with the studs. Let's get this started. I bought two different sizes here. The 3-inch, which is here, and the 2.5. The 2.5 everybody's saying is the only ones you can get to fit on the rear because of the hub and the rear emergency brake. I've also heard that maybe the 3-inch would work if you do it a certain way. We're going to try it that way, and if that works, then I'll have to order 3 inches for the front again and not do the front at this time. You're going to want to start by removing the 10 millimeter bolt here that holds the brake sensor and the ABS sensor, and then you're going to want to come over here on the brake line. On the side here is a 12 millimeter down in here. You're going to want to remove that too. A top tip here would be, after removing your 10 millimeter for the ABS rear sensor, I would recommend just sticking it back in the hole that the bolt. Tighten it down with your fingers a bit. Just makes it simpler where you know the bolt went. I did the same thing over here for the brake line. I just put the bolt back in. For the brake caliper, there'll be two 17 millimeter bolts, one on the top here and one down here on the bottom you'll need to remove. We're going to set this to the side over here. You could maybe set it back in there somewhere. You could hang it up on the spring. That's up to you. Get this hub off of here. If you have a car that has some mileage on it, it may rust itself or get stuck. You would take your 12 millimeter bolt that you did with the brake line here. You would take and put it in one of these holes here and start tightening to push this out. But I'm lucky enough here that it just comes off because my car's only got like 1,200 miles on it. There'll be two 14 millimeters on this side and this side here to the back here by the axle coming in, that you'll need to loosen almost all the way to get this to push the brake shoes back in order to push this through the back side. It's that one, and then the same on the other side. You're going to take a ball joint presser and press them out, and they'll pop out the back side here. There's these two little fingers on the back of the ball joint presser here, and one big finger here. So it's kind of like two fingers are kind of like a claw hook. You'll go around this guy on the back and this one on the front. Push them through the back side by tightening down the bolt up here. For my ball joint presser, it's a 22. Easy peasy. Found you want to do it over here where there's no shield. Much easier than beating them out. This tool was less than 20 bucks on Amazon. I'll put an affiliate link in the bottom here if you do not have one. Please use that if you're going to purchase it with Amazon. It will help my channel to grow. The 3-inch extended ARP stud is possible. I just did it. I'll show you how. What you're gonna need to do here is you need to line it up to where it's like a clock here, where this hole is at the 5 o'clock position. You're gonna set it in back in here like this, with slight little bit of the nipple sticking through the hole. You're gonna make sure your hub is pulled out towards you and this is pushed back all the way. And as you're turning, you're gonna have to guide it in with your hands. And once it gets to the 7 o'clock position over here where this one is, it will be in. Very simple. Oh, and make sure that your bolts on the back side here are almost all the way out. Again, it's set it in here like this. Push back, pull out, and turn clockwise. Then you can't pull it out all the way or it won't happen either. There we are. And then I recommend you buy one of these tools here. It's a lug nut puller, or a lug nut, not puller. It's a tool to press the lug nuts on. And then go to the auto parts store and get a Dorman M12 by 125 open-ended. I bought 2 of them just in case. You want this over the washers because this is on a bearing here and it will spin. The washers will eventually start to break this down. If you're doing a whole car and want to do multiple cars, it's best doing it this way. And you want to start it by hand here. Run it all the way down by hand. If you get it on there by hand there, then you can take your impact gun. Make sure it's on the right way. Don't be a dumbass. And just muscle it down until it's flat on the back side. And repeat for all the lugs on the rear. Now that we've gotten all 5 of them installed, we're going to tighten down the 4 back bolts back here holding the hub on to 49 foot-pounds. We're going to reverse the steps for everything else, putting back on the rotor, the caliper bolts down to 49 foot-pounds. You put back in your brake sensor here, your ABS sensor, and your brake line. And of course put back on your wheel and torque that down to the 89-ish foot-pounds. And repeat the steps on the other side of the rear of the car. Now, since you got longer wheel studs, you will need open-ended lug nut. You will need these with the open end here to pass through the lug because of the added length here. I do recommend this. It's needed, like I've said, because they're very brittle. I would like to thank you for watching today's video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And remember, treat others how you would want to be treated. Have a good week.